how did you land yourself a role on the on Sons of Anarchy?
I got hired to be the technical advisor, and when Kurt came up there, like the last day, he came over to my house and he had his little notes, and we're all done, and so this guy John Linson pitched the show, and Kurt Sutter created the show. Meaning, this guy had an idea, but this guy created Charming and the Sons of Anarchy, that title, all this stuff he created, all those characters, their names, everything, backstories. So he's up there and he goes, all right, I think I'm done. And I go, here, I want you to see this. And I put on a video that me and my friend made of me in the alley, like, what do you call it? A reel.
Okay.
And then I brought 3 magazines where I'm published in. And he goes, where do you see yourself on this project? I said, I'd like to read for the thing. He goes, where do you see yourself on the project? I'm like, well, I'm the technical advisor. Means you're stuck with me. And I just would like to be on the project. And he goes, do you act? I go, every day's an act, bro. Okay, I want to be on the project. He goes, I'm going to give you a shot.
Welcome to Robertson Stache. Season 5 is brought to you by WNC CBD. Empowered by Puffco.
And we are back for round 2 of Robertson Stache Happy Hour, brought to you by WNC CBD.
Oh, shit.
That was a shameless plug. Okay, here we go.
All right. What's up, everybody? We are back with David Labrava, round 2. So, how are you, man?
I'm excellent, bro.
Yeah.
I'm having a great journey. I'm like a homebody at home, and I rarely leave my fence. This was a big leap for me. I used to travel all around, lost that thing, but yeah, learned a lot.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Awesome. You're taking notes. You're learning a lot. That's awesome. We made our goat, came out of the kiln yesterday.
Goat came out beautiful.
Yep. So last time we talked about your glass journey and how you got into glass and stuff. And so can you elaborate on that a little bit? Who were some of your mentors that kind of helped you along?
A lot of people helped me. A lot of people helped me along the way. Like I said, I did glass like myself alone. I didn't know there was champs and magazines, and I just did it myself. And
there was no Instagram to
there was no social media. There was no Instagram. And then that rolled up, and I saw sculpting, and I saw this and that, and I try to be good to everyone. And that TV's a thing, like, wow, we come into your living room once a week, every week, and people sort of think they know you.
Sure.
And that's cool. Like, I get a lot of love. I'm not playing. You get what you give. So I always return what I give. Meaning, like, if I don't get no energy, I don't give it back. And if I do, I do.
Yeah.
But a lot of people really would help me along my journey. I mean, I love doing glass. Since the day I started it, I've always done it, except for that 14 months. I always had a torch set up in my house. I always, I always had a house set up. Always had a torch.
That was the first thing you did when you got to your location.
Anyways, I set up the torch because it's what you do.
Yeah, like sometimes if I'm not blowing glass, I have idle hands, man.
I'm also about be the first one. Like my dream is to see my homies do good, not just me. I want to see my homies do good, and especially the homies that helped me. And
so, who were some of the people that helped you?
You want to be the first person to talk about their ideas, and you don't want to ask for backstage passes. And I just saw the awesome Billy Strings. He was so kind. He gave us a whole bunch of backstage passes. I brought the glass fam.
Yeah.
A lot of people helped me, and I wrote it down. So Christmas is coming, and I think there's tariffs in this country, which means you can't get little Johnny G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. So why don't you call some of my friends and get them some cool little marbles or glass or Christmas ornaments? Here's a list of them. You can call Bob Snodgrass, 1946. Snodgrass, Robert Earl. I'll tell you what, he is the guy why we are all doing this. Wow, this guy gave me a platform right here, this little thing. I'm going to take 1 minute and give a shout out to some of the people who really helped me. Cowboy Glass, this guy, I dropped it to Eugene.
Love
that's
that, man.
One of the main reasons I came back there. This guy's my brother. Also, Johnny Carcass, you helped me with everything. Hey, Jimmy Jack Gray, you better get that shop rolling, dude. And let's give another shameless plug out for Heady Ditties, bro. Otto, you the man, bro. Hood Ratchet. These are their Instagram things. Follow these people. Find them, bro. Josh McMillie, man. McDaniel, you want Millies and Chunk. You the man. He works with Cowboy, and what a king is Joey Malakias, bro. This guy's a king, man. I love this guy. And he's a artist of like
no one sculpts like him, dude.
Nobody sculpts like him. And Caleb busting out every single Gabe Mack, you the man. This is a Eugene crew. All of us. We all need Abe Fleischman at North Star, bro.
Oh, yeah?
We all
Shout out Abe.
Shout out Abe. We all need Glass Alchemy. We all need all these places that supply us with Boro, because not only are we glass artists, we're super unique. Yeah. We're fucking Boro glass artists. You know, Charlie and Mountain, what's up? Hey, Gus, watching you. You are young Jedi.
Yes.
Hey, you know,
shout out, Gus.
My pal Big Tom, bro. This guy, his work, he worked at JBD. He just like, he crushes it. There's a complex in Eugene, just like here. And Mike Philpott. Whoa. Mike Philpott. You guys want the sick
Razor Maria's.
Yeah, exactly, right? And a lot of my millers are from Ryan McClure and now Dave Strobel. Whoa. And I work a lot with Heinu Narda and Sean, and I met them at Marcel Braun Starship. These are like, get with these people. Yep. And Jop and Rocco, like, these are great people that would help me along the way. Matt from Rad Glasses, this guy understands glass. He makes those tumblers and he makes a sick piece. Also, hey, Todd, thanks for helping me kiss my glass. Nathan Belmont, this guy,
I love him, bro, man. His work is crazy. Yep.
He's like fine art, for the most part. He's like fine art. You know what I'm saying?
His little dragon heads.
I recently just discovered this very cool dude who Royals Glass. I love his work, bro.
Yeah, Fume Master.
Fume Tech, and it's perfect, and just who helped me a ton? Ghost. Like, I went to that convention. I told the story yesterday. I don't know, I was in the wrong room, and I seen Ghost just walked up. Here you go. It was like, that's what he does, bro. He walks up and gives people a piece. I'm like, that guy the man, yo. And Swanee, he the man too. And also in my town is Chemo and Grinder. Man, these people have it going on. But that's the crew that really helped me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, who do I look up to, man? I think everybody looks up to Banjo because he the man, and I'm Matt Robertson's fan, bro.
Thank you.
His work is sound. He is an illustrator. He is creative. Those giraffes are insane. And the zebras or whatever, you take so much time to make a face. Like on that goat, it's my collab, so it's clear. And you're pulling up those nostrils, the lip down is just like, whoa. Like, I learned a ton.
Awesome.
Who is a monster? Buck is a monster. Yeah. I look up to that dude. I've never met him. That dude, I just sit and watch. He's like, look at this guy go. Oh my God.
His work's incredible.
Ever been to Jobs? You go to Jobs, like he made that thing this big. And and that's a pipe. And it's like a transformer dude. Like, and his shop is so clean. It was the cleanest shop I'd ever walked in my life.
Oh yeah, his new one.
And also, I went to Jop and Rocco. Rocco's shop looks like Bob's.
Oh, does it?
It's just like, whoa, how do you find anything? And then you go to a job shop and it's like, whoa, this is immaculate.
Yeah.
You could eat off this bench. You know what I'm saying? And, I started this with Eric and a guy named Sam, who now has Crowther Glass. He the man. And hella cool people like Bertoni and Mike Shelbo that just be kind to me. Nico Cray along the way, that I see them at events. You know what? I think I said it yesterday. I went and visited an incredible, unbelievable, insane soft glass guy, Grant Garmezy, and it was the best.
Yeah. And
how's
his shop? His shop looks amazing.
It's out in the woods. It's fucking amazing. I walked out there. He's like, "You ready to work? Put your bags down." And we made this dragon this big. He draws it up like this, one component at a time. And I'm like, "Wow, how many of these you made?" He's like, "This is my second one."
Wow.
In his shop, he has this giant screen. It's glass 24 hours a day. Lino, he's like, we try to race Lino. Lino usually takes about an hour. We try to take about an hour.
What do you mean?
Like, you wake up in the morning, he's got a sauna, we go in the sauna, you sweat bullets.
Yeah.
Then you get out of the sauna, you're in his hot shop, and you've already sweated bullets. Lino, soft glass guy, this guy's got a TV screen in his shop. It is not showing anything except glass videos. His glass videos, this is Grant Garmezy we're talking about. How I was at Marcel's working there, he was like, you'll learn more in 3 days with this guy than you will 3 years working here.
That's how it is sometimes.
Because I learned a ton of Marcel's, ain't no joke. It's different.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been doing Boro forever. I love being a Boro flame worker. Grant Garmezy, he's like, he sees it in his eyes, in his mind. He did this brown piece of paper, little line drawing, it's called, the outer lines of this dragon, how it sits, and then just attacks it, boom, 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 puts it all together.
Yeah. So he makes all the components and puts them in a kiln?
Yeah, exactly, and then takes one at a time, assembles, flashing, and we're just common to talk about it all day. And then he took me all around Virginia to all these different glass.
Did you got to check out AKM shop?
Like went to AKM shop and
yeah, that teamwork, man. Blow up soft glass.
You want to get a dog, you order from Shell Javon. Also, Mr. Voorhees, I said that Mark Lammy helped me a ton also.
Oh, nice.
What's up,
Lammy's.
Tristan Hodges? He says hello too.
Hey, Tristan.
Right? And I think that those are like, if I forgot you, I didn't forget you.
Lammy was in my first shop I worked at in Eugene. He was...
It's a pleasure to call out people and give them props.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
such a great community.
It's such a cool little family, and it's like like I said, it's super. You get somewhere, there's a grip of everybody else,
and everyone.
I think we're less, especially there's glass artists, painters, writers, and then you got Boro glass artists. That's even less than glass artists.
And we're the tightest of all those mediums. I feel like
it's really cool.
Like all the
I usually,
conventions.
like a lot of people go, yo, where do you check it out? We got more drama than Hollywood here. Maybe that's the little town I live in, but that's a small town for you.
Yeah.
And I love my little town, bro, and I love being part of the Eugene crew, and it's super special.
Do you ever go up to Portland at all? Wouldn't? No?
No.
It's way different up there, I guess.
You mean the glass scene or just Portland? Like Portland's a heavy duty city. Like I used to live in Oakland, and Portland and Oakland, we would be like, you see in the paper, riots. This one, that it was like they sort of competed with
rioting.
I went up to Portland for the DFO.
Okay.
Oh, forgot to call out Greg Adams, Trident, and Marcel, man, he brings a straight stage, and we set up the stage and we're doing it on the stage. That's where I met Eugene. So nice to me. We had this torch set up, and I'm standing on the stage. We were done, everything, and Eugene's working. He just like took one look at me. He goes, "The reason I did that was because now I'm going to," and then just narrates for an hour. And I'm thinking, this guy don't know me at all. What an insanely friendly, cool cat to just instantly be talking to me that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, here's knowledge, but knowledge is key. Knowledge is everything. Just blessing you with knowledge. He never met you. I was standing on the stage, so I said, I lived in Eugene 30 years ago. And I have no problem to say, I was fairly fucked up. By everybody, we were getting loaded, going to shows and doing glass. Mm-hmm. I was always into psychedelic drugs and not going up, but relaxing, how some people are into those other drugs. I was never into that. And I'm standing on the stage, and this kid looks at me, and I had just moved up there, and I'm like this guy, sometimes I guess I could carry a little attitude, and this guy's looking at me and smiling and looking at me. I finally go, what? And he's like, homeboy, it's Greg. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, dude? Somebody you ain't seen in 3 decades.
Yeah. He's probably checking you. Is that David?
I was at Marcel's like the first or second time, and you're in the thick of it. And this one dude looks at me and goes, wow, I can't believe you're still standing. And I looked at him and I'm like, do I know you? He goes, bro, it's Jeremy. The last time I saw you, you were nodding out on Rice's couch. And it hits you like a wave. The last time you saw this guy in a room out by Condi's and everybody's going to this event and da-da-da, you had a motorhome.
Oh boy.
Like the last time I see, hey, you can come out of anything. Like I mean it. I lived outdoors on the sidewalk with one set of clothes, using the jail like a revolving door. But I wasn't dead, so I knew I would always be able to come out of it. But as long as you're alive, you're in it, kids. Once you're out, they'll remember you for a week.
What brought you out? How'd you get out?
I was living homeless in all over, but in San Francisco, and I just got out of jail after in Frisco, it was like The hate was psychedelic drugs, and Frisco was like heroin and coke and all this stuff, and crack had not been really invented yet. And I went to jail, and when I got out, crack had been invented. and I remember standing in the street watching the ruthlessness of how I was saying, we were in the Mission. It was just, it wasn't ruthless. And then crack showed up, and the street was ruthless.
Really?
It was visibly ruthless. And you just got out of jail like, you're all fit right now. You ain't done nothing in a minute. And I looked at all that. But I have no problem to say I'm a knucklehead. It took me a long time to learn my lessons. And I knew I couldn't stay there. So I would call these dealers, I mugged like 5 dealers, like bam, took his gram, bam, just knocked them out. And by the 5th, my other friends were like, all right, homeboy, the word is out, like, don't give DL this thing, bro. He's like, he will knock you out. And then I got on a bus. Like, you have to get to jail, you have to report to probation. Just got on a bus, went across the country, and never heard about it again.
Really?
So years and years later, decades later, when I ended up going back to that area of the world, I stopped at an attorney to see if I had strikeable offenses, how many strikes I would have had. But my strikes, I had no strikes, and they were not retroactive. And so it's like I went back to the Bay Area.
So that's a good way to get clean and sober, is you knock out all your dealers, and then they don't.
And then you won't go back there. If I go back there, I'm gonna get smoked. And and I just immediately got on the bus, literally across the country, halfway through the country. This guy's like, get off the bus, you're getting loaded on the back. And I had to go to a new bus, and it's like, it's a comedy of errors, this life.
Yeah.
And if you try nothing, you learn nothing. I can't say that. You can read books, but it's practical learning. It's not the same as, or whatever you call that. It's just not the same.
As reading it?
Did you see this movie, Aliens? For sure you did, right?
Aliens, yeah.
Remember when the lady goes, how many jumps is this for you? He goes, 57. Simulated. How many combat jumps? 2, including this one. And all these guys have done many jumps. They're like, oh, God, he's leading us into...
Life experience really is like a crash course in whatever you need to...
Hemingway says, you want to write about life, you better live it first. Mm-hmm. And like me, I've never done research. I got 10 screenplays. I'm writing my 4th book. My first 2 are out, kids. So here, another time for a shameless plug. Order, Becoming a Son. This is like I tied the cards in my... let's talk about writing for a second. I wanted to write something. So bad.
You write every day, right?
Every day of my life, right? I wake up, sit down, coffee, write for about 4 hours. I try to do...
Is it part of projects, or is it just...
No,
whatever's on your mind?
I don't write till I know the last line of the thing. I have every beat on my boards done out, and I stay in the moment. There is no ulterior TV background going on. It's just last thing I look at is where I left off. First thing I walk into a coffee, I read that one sentence, and I do the coffee, take the shower, come down, and I sit down for about 4 hours.
Wow.
Let the dogs out, and I'm like this, 2-fingertip attack. Like I said, high school dropout, and I just be like this. I'm looking at the type. I look at the keyboard, so I'm like I made a mistake. Doom, delete, bam.
Whoa.
And then when I'm done, I'll look up. There's a couple corrections. But after about 4 hours, like to read, the first time I sit back and go, that's probably time to stop right now if I've done around 2,000 words. And then I just I screw around a little bit, maybe go to the post office and back, or go see Tom at the Complex Cowboy, and then come back, and then I just go in the shop for 6 hours. Mm-hmm. And every day, it's just like the same thing with the writing. That's the formula. 2,000 words a day. In 2.5 months, you have a 360-page manuscript. And like this one is like a thing of bad decisions. So Hollywood came to me 3 times. The 3rd time I got it. The first time, my buddy, the lifetime mistake. My buddy flew me to South Africa. I had been in Eugene, Oregon, a little girlfriend, all my friends, and just starting glass. And my buddy, I remember right in Springfield was this motorcycle shop, and I'm like looking at all these bikes. He calls me up. What are you doing? I'm in Eugene. He goes, all right, I'm going to fly you. You got a passport. I'm going to fly you to South Africa, and I'm going to put you in this movie, and you're going to work on the set. It's going to be great. This guy I grew up with. It's a lifetime mistake right here. And I went out to, you get a malaria shot. It gives you like depression. And South Africa at that time, Cape Town, it was like apartheid. And I had my own little apartment. I look back at it like, this guy had you set up. He was letting you read for the lead of this film. Would have changed my life. I ain't mad how life turned out. And I would skateboard, and I look at my chain and my combat things, and I was like, super American dude, and skateboard to the set, and they gave me a job. Like I would draw wall sconces and draw things. I was in the art department. And this guy brings half the crew from America. And so I wasn't staying with my friend. He's a director. He has a palace, like his house where he's staying. I'm like, why am I staying with you? I don't understand on this shit. And I'm missing my home in Eugene and my glass buddies and my thing. And I was depressed from the smoke. And I spent a lot of time alone then. And I wanted to go home. And I went and saw him in his office and, man, I'm not having fun. I want to go home. And he said to me, man, stay. Like we haven't started shooting the film yet. And
how long were you supposed to be out there?
Oh, months. And I look back at this other art guy who was there working. He probably wanted to get rid of me. He was like, tell him nobody could hold you hostage. What terrible words to say to your friend. And
out there.
And I go, nobody go. He said, hold you hostage? Tell you what, call the ticket, $700. I'm gonna give it to you right now. You got to pay me back. That's it. Get out of here. This guy knows since I'm 10 years old. First person, here's the Who. This band called the Who.
Wow.
The kids. And like it's in the book, as the wheels were pulling off for the plane, I knew I had just made the worst mistake of my lifetime. Like he had me do the lines. He's like, okay, we're gonna do you do audition. So he's sitting here with the money people, and we're doing it. Every time they go action, I was stoned. I start laughing. He starts laughing. Cut, and he would run up and go, "You got to take this serious, bro. You got to take this serious." When I finally saw the movie, I was like, he was letting you read for the lead of the film, bro. Oh, that's right. I had real long hair. And he's like, you're going to have to cut that hair. And I said, no way on earth am I cutting this hair. He goes, yeah, you're going to cut that hair, bro. You're going to cut it to here. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He was giving me the break of a lifetime. Blew that. And
what movie was it?
From Dusk Till Dawn 3. And the he's my buddy. So I think
those vampire movies.
I'm trying to think of So the Sons of Anarchy was the third time. The second time.
That's a really great book. Like I'm about a third way. I'm a real slow reader. And I know they don't have this one on audio, but they got this one on Audiobook.
I did it. It's hard to do. I did it in everybody's voice.
Did you?
Everybody's voice.
Wow, that's a lot.
It took a week.
Did you enjoy that process?
Not necessarily. I recorded each chapter. It's like,
I like when the author reads the book.
Like, we're on camera.
Yeah.
You're not on camera. So you better get the words out of your mouth perfectly each time. And when the guy's talking like this, you better talk like that. And you better listen to the man, because I'm telling you, better listen to the man. You got to do each person's voice.
Yeah.
So when I was done, it's like a movie that you could see. I looked at it more like, man, you should have, because there's two twin girls, should have hired one girl to do both those voices. There's two pimps, should have found two guys to change the voices. Like one day the tech goes to me, can I ask you a question? Like the third day he goes, you're Tony, right? I'm like, I'm that guy I'm Nico, I'm Tony, I'm that guy in everything I write. Why? He goes, because Tony's the only voice you don't change. Like you even change the narrator's voice. But Tony is you. That's how you talk. Huh. And that's it, because he's noticing it. But you're reading it, it's like, the sheriff didn't see it that way. The sheriff didn't see it. The sheriff didn't see it. The sheriff didn't see it that way. He saw it as an incest show, and he wanted to put a stop to it. You know, they're saying like doing an audiobook is like,
that's a lot.
It's like, and like each chapter, I stop it and record it. Stop it and record it. Also, I'm in a soundproof booth. They had no heater the first day. So I got a blanket for my car and my hood's up.
No way.
There, like, cause like I would have to stop, sit in the other part of the room and warm up because you're
really
choking. But the next day, this guy brought a heater in for me.
Oh, that's nice of him. Yeah, that seems like it would be for me just to get all the clean words out like perfectly. It'd probably take me a month.
It took a week, and you know, and it's like they wouldn't mind probably if you did it like Tony pulled out his wallet, because they literally piece it all together in editing.
Oh yeah.
So if you screwed up or you did this or that, they're gonna clean it up in editing. So I mean, because in the beginning he's like, talk a little slower. You gotta talk a little slower. He would say to me, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? This is like I said. I tried the baseball card. I wanted to write a book. So the Sons of Anarchy was the third time. PJ was the first time. I'm trying to remember the second time that I literally blew it. Wow, yeah, it used to be crazy on the street.
Sons of Anarchy was the second time?
No, Sons of Anarchy was the time I finally got a clue. Like there was one other time something happened and I got an offer to do something. No, you know what? It's this exactly. So I had a management, and you know what? I watched Suicide Squad last night.
That's a good movie. I like that movie.
And the director, David Ayer, is one of my all-time favorites. Written and directed by David Ayer. I guess there's a David Ayer cut. I'm in that thing. Released the David Ayer cut. He did Fury, one of my favorite movies. He did End of Watch. And I'm watching last night. I didn't realize he did Suicide Squad. At that time, my movie was about to come out street level on Amazon Prime. Shameless plug. And 24 stars, my first film, written, produced, directed by me.
Yeah, check it out.
I hate self-promotion. But it's like social media. You can write the best book in the world or make the sickest pipe ever. How's anyone going to know you did it if you don't get it out there?
It's a good tool to get your art out there, for sure.
My management called me up and said, and I was home and I wanted to write a book and I wanted my book to come out at the same time of my film. And she says, hey, it's a producer's meeting. And what's that mean? Oh, all they want to do is, because I was on TV then. I was just shake your hand, you can read this movie called Suicide Squad. You ever heard of it? No. It's a comic book. You ever seen it? No, I never seen it. So I didn't go do it.
Oh, really?
And about a year later, she's like, well, you didn't go do that thing, Suicide Squad. You would have made $155,000. And she goes, I go, well, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. If you had said that, and I looked last night like, wow, but look how life went. Look how life went. If any of these major things had picked up, life would have went different for me. If I had been in that movie, or I had been in, like you get in a major movie and you do good or say some lines, chances are you're gonna have a new career. It's like tumbling dice. It's like snowballing, catching. In that business is the luck of the draw, and it's who you know.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of people with tons of talent and tons of work that are getting nowhere, and there's plenty of people that don't and are getting everywhere.
Yeah. And why do you think that is?
It's just like I said. It's like it's the universe. It's the luck of the draw. It's also consistency, showing up with a positive attitude, being so positive that it's contagious, that people want to work with you, and having, like, it all starts with a quality piece, like how I made my movie. Everybody did it. How Boone said, you know, these guys are your friends, but if the script was shit, it's in, like, Fox loaned me the data recorder. Fox loaned me the transportation, FX, when I say Fox.
Okay.
Because I don't really watch TV or Fox Network. But FX is, like, I believe under
Fox. Oh, is it? Okay.
It's under that umbrella,
is it?
I think, because I don't know, when I go to that building, it's like, Fox, you go up there. But I always called it that, but they loaned me the data. I said, what's happened to all the footage? I'm like, well, they're like, Fox loans you the data recorder. I take it home every day and I download it and I use it again. We have to give it back. And the guy looks at me and goes, they also loaned you those transportation things. This is for, because I'm watching every dollar. That movie cost me this much to make.
What's the transportation thing?
You
like
know,
a golf
we got
cart?
Company moves to put everything in and drive it over here.
I
and
see.
Put everything and drive it over there. We were all over LA.
Yeah.
And he goes, they also sent Ethan, Bomb Creative, shout out. He made a sick behind the scenes, which is also on YouTube, where he interviewed Danny Trejo and everybody, and he shot things. He made a beautiful little behind the scenes of us. He
That's
made them
cool.
for All the Minds and the Sons of Anarchy and all these other shows too.
Nice.
That's what he does, and he has his own thing. He's a cool cat. Hella cool. But I knew when that movie was coming out, and I wanted my book to come out, so I didn't go on that thing. It was a huge mistake. That was mistake number 2. Then number 3.
Wait, sorry, go on what thing?
You know what? The first mistake was, no, that wasn't a mistake, because Zalman King really helped me a ton. So I told you that story, I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
And I used to write the whole thing from just the dialogue, the 2 people. I did not know the elements of a script, the slug line, the dialogue, the description, the character, how he says it, the parenthetical, which I never use. And I met that dude. So here's one time, the first time Hollywood came to me.
Were you writing at this point?
I was writing for a
motorcycle magazine.
I was writing for a magazine. So I got that job. So I worked for Billy Lane. We were building bikes. I was going to motorcycle school, and we were doing a shoot for a bike, and I told this guy, Gino, who's the editor of the magazine, Eugene, I told him a story. He goes, hey, we need a fiction writer. You want to write a fiction story, and I'll give you like $200. So over a course of like 10 years, that went to $300, $200, $250, $300. And I went home, and I'm writing. My buddy Andy came over, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to write a coherent story for this guy. He's like, what do you mean? I go, a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. I don't know. Like, this is my own interpretation. He's like, can I have that? He probably still has that piece of paper.
This episode is brought to you by Puffco. Whether you're pulling late nights in the studio or sitting at home in your sweatpants watching cartoons, Puffco keeps your hits clean, tasty, and terp heavy. As a glassblower, I can say this: they nailed the science and they left the art up to us. Tap in with Puffco and elevate your ritual without ever lighting up.
And I wrote a little story, and I started writing for that mag. And you got that check, you got addicted to that. So then it became, I did Burning Rubber with Jimmy Carbone in a Hot Rod. It's about a guy who takes drugs, builds cars, steals cars, gets girls, goes to jail, gets out. It's just a guy, Jimmy Carbone. And I would write this, and the guy would call 3 days in a row, I need it on my desk. Okay. And like the third day, you wake up, have a big cup of coffee, sit down, and just make it up as you go along. So that was like a practice in creative writing every month.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was great.
Sounds
Like,
cool.
of all the things I do, writing's the easiest thing that I do. There's nothing easier for me than that. So I had just made a great grip of money with one of my closest family. Like, making money with your buddies, a bonding experience like we just did yesterday.
Yeah.
Made a sick collab, sold it in 2 hours. That's sick. So my buddy Bill, who I love to death, my family, we made some money together, and that's a cool feeling. The next day I'm taking Red to See in This Life for me, because you not only do glass, you want to do film. It's like, it's about telling a story. And I took Red to this big bicycle, I still have it, from Jimmy, who, like, in memory of Jimmy Pep, who he passed. Another crazy ass story. Devastating losses in life. Life done served some hits, but let's try to stay on track.
Yeah.
And so I went to this place, Big Pig in Miami. I'll wheel through it. You got a bunch of money. I'm sitting, and this guy's sitting over here with this crew. And there's a big table of these people. It was like July 4th weekend, I think, or something like that. And I'm sitting with Red, and we're talking, and this guy puts the camera on me with the red dot, and I look right at him, and I go, oh, and this was in between my time between Holland, and I went back to Florida, then I went to California. I was pretty much full of attitude. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, I just want to film you for a second. I go, you gonna film a guy in Big Pig eating his lunch? I believe the story's in the book too. And I just I talked to Red for a few more minutes, and Red, friend of Man and Beast, I love that dude to death. What a cool story he's got. And I go, you got enough? And he says, I got enough. So we eat our lunch. And then I had just read for this film, Bad Boys 2. All my friends are in that first scene. Jimmy's in it.
No way.
With all the rednecks in Bad Boys 2.
Okay, yeah.
They're all in it. And Michael Bay was the director. And I went down there, and I was reading for a better part, which I did not get. And I'm pretty sure I got like whatever tossed out of the audition thing. that didn't go well. So I'm sitting there. So it was like 2 days after that. I walk over to the guy's thing. I'm like, you could send my royalty check to Outcast Talent Management, which is my family, my brother Judd. I know him since I'm 10, and he had a thing for all the people tattooed in Miami. This was like the birth of all this sort of shit. Everybody going to castings, everybody in my crew anyway. And he's like, could I find you there? I go, if you were looking. He's like, what do you do? And I bend down and I hit this guy's girl chair at the thing, and the lady goes to me like, watch out. I'm sorry. Remember, I had just made a grip of money at like two days earlier or something. And he goes, what do you do? I go, well, I'm a local tattoo artist in town, the oldest shop in town. And I just read for this movie Bad Boys, but I'm pretty sure I didn't get it. And I stand up and I hit the girl's chair again with my elbow. Yeah. And the dude now, and he is as big as a tree. And I trained my whole life. He's like, watch it. And I'm like, sorry, bro. And I'm thinking, I'm going to buy their whole table, like three couples. I'm going to buy their lunch. I'm thinking that. And the guy's like, he asked me a couple more questions. And the guy says to me, you've got it. I've seen you on film and you've got it. And really? I bend down and I hit the girl's chair for the third time. And that dude stands up. He's like 6'6". I'm about 6 foot. He goes, that's it. And I just step back like this. Like, I think we're going to fight in the middle of this fucking restaurant. Yeah. And he leans over to another chair and goes, can I take this chair? Excuse me. And he sits down. Sit down. Sit right here, man. The man's trying to talk to you. Can you sit down and talk to the man and stop hitting my wife's chair? And I'm like, thank you. Wow. So the guy and me exchange things. I walk over, literally, I pay for their whole table and I leave.
Yeah.
You know, and I walk over and I get my bicycle. I go to my friend Jonah's house and get some weed, and I'm smoking a joint, and I come back and they're loading up a van full of cameras right around the corner. And I roll up and there's the dude. He's probably 60, and he goes, there he is. And I go, want to smoke a joint? And he goes, we don't smoke joints. And I go, I write. He goes, do you? I go, I write so damn good. If we write something, the kids are going to be going, how the hell they know that? And the cameraman looks at me and goes, he's like huge. Ethan was his name. He goes, do you know who he is? I'm like, do you know who I am? I am motherfucking DL. Ask anybody around here. And I look back at the dude and I go, you want to see something I wrote? He goes, sure. How long would it take? I go, I go, how long would you wait? He goes, how long would it take? I go, 5 minutes. I live around the block. So I ride home and I get 3 magazines that I'm publishing. When I turn the block, they're waiting for me. He's got this little camera and the other guy, and they're just waiting for me. So I'm riding up the block thinking, here you go. You get a shot in life right now. Hey, bro, the first opportunity is free. You got to make all the rest. So I'm thinking, you get a shot in life right now. And I pull up, and the guy's asking me questions. They're interviewing me, and I'm on my bicycle with these ape hangers, and I go to the guy. This is it. He goes, what do you mean? I go, the path is the destination. We're in the destination. We need to enjoy it. And I watch this dude just kind of drop his camera and have like a epiphany or something. The girl walks up with this real tricky, I've seen releases. So they had all this thing at the top, 7 sentences and a blank where I sign. I knew it was a release. She goes, you got to sign this.
Yeah.
They had 6 minutes of film of me, 7. So that night at Ted's Hideaway, shout out, everyone's like, bro, that guy's filming Wild on E with Brooke Burke. You didn't get his number? No, bro, I don't know how to find that dude. Whatever, bro, whatever. He's got 5 minutes of film. All my friends I was never trying to do this, basically.
Okay.
So the next day, my phone rings, and he's like, David. I thought it was my dad. He was alive. Yeah, he goes, yeah, this is the guy you met. We're at this, right at this hotel around the corner. You want to come down here? I said, sure. So I walk in. I don't know if you've seen these cameras. They're like this big with a TV on it, the monitor right there.
Yeah.
And for sure, I walked in. I know that hotel. I walked in. My first thought was, me and my buddy Ray are going to come in and steal this camera tonight. That thing's worth like a grip. That was my first thought. Number one first thought, bro. I know how easy to climb that thing, and I'm taking that camera away. Life has changed.
Yeah.
So he says to me, hey, my name is Zalman King. I have 64 episodes called Chromium Blue on HBO. Have you seen him? I go, no, I don't have HBO for one, and that's probably some West Coast shit. And he goes, I'm doing this magazine It's called Whiplash ZK, and I'd like you to be like the host of it. And they had set up this chair in the bathroom, in the bath with the light. So it's just a chair and empty. I just said, just probably but like this. He goes, I go, and we want to film you. And I go, have I got a time limit? He goes, no. I go, can I smoke a joint while we talk? He goes, yeah.
No way.
I just talked, we talked, just like you and me, sort of for over like, I would say 2 hours. And some like, sometimes you talk like Tony Montana, and some nights you talk, yeah, mama, check for patwa all the while, continually, no matter what the week I'd say. Not even a dog that piss against a wall of Babylon shall escape this judgment. And we're just doing all these crazy, and so he sends me the whole thing of me, and I go, you can't use that. He's like, why not? I says, because I look like some crazy ass stoner. That's okay, wait till you see what I do with it. So that's editing.
Yeah.
And he made a video magazine. Ice-T is in it. The Bishop Don Juan is in it. I'm like narrating it. And it's like he does like sort of sexy work.
Cool.
He did the Rachel Diaries. Then he flies me out to LA.
Oh.
His guest house in his backyard in Santa Monica is bigger than the home I live in. And his house was a palace.
Yeah.
So I made his wife a little perfume bottle with an angel on it and they were like, wow, that angel's kind of stacked. And like I made that for her. So I walk in here his whole family, this guy's a family, his wife's a famous scriptwriter, an insane sculptor, painter, both his daughter's a scriptwriter, photographer. I was like, you got such a talented clan here, bro. So I walk in and as I walk in from the airport, it's HBO, Showtime, they're all at dinner at his thing. He's like, tell him how you met me. He wants me to tell the story when I was aggressive to him. And
no way.
And I was just like, sorry about that. Let's just snooze that. And I tell a little story into it. The next morning, they're gone. The door knocks. I open it. It's Martin Sheen giving a bunch of roses to his wife. And he's like, is Pat here? I'm like, you're Martin Sheen. He's like, is Pat here? You're Martin Sheen. He's like, can you give these to Pat? Have a good day, buddy. Yeah. And like, I'm like, whoa, that was Martin Sheen just stopped by. It's like Santa Monica. They're all just people, bro. Uh-huh. Just because it's like you come into people's home in their living room every week. After a while, they think they know you. So they see you on this, like that thing of recognition. I'm like, ooh, this guy clocked me.
So was that your first big break kind of into
yes.
film?
So, yeah, absolutely. Did this guy. And like, so that first morning I was on East Coast time. I walked up to Starbucks. I got a bunch of coffee. I wrote just a dialogue, how I said. And I knew already my job is to get all the information to the audience. So I on the way to work, I read it to this dude. And he had all these interns in his office. He walks me and he goes, teach him the script writing program. So this young kid sits me down and goes, this is final draft. This is the industry standard. A page is a minute of film. These are the elements. This is called the slate. He goes, go through the whole thing. And I sit down in like 5 and I write my first script. It was called Despair. It became street level. It's what happened to me and the girl I was living with on the Lower East Side. And
so it's a true story, kind of?
True story. Just
true story.
Bad, except, and I'm going to ruin the end, but yeah, for the most part, it's 80% true. And I walked up my first script, and like I said, I had money. I went and bought the same camera he had, so he would hire me to be a cameraman. And when I didn't do cameraman work, I would write, and they would rent my camera from me for $300 for the day.
Oh wow!
So, and my other buddy had been in Hollywood. He went back to Miami. He's like, go live in my place. I got to live in LA. I bought this 1954 slammed. Like what it says in the book, like I got the cars like Tony Montana's and Sister Mary's and Jesus is all around the thing with shaved door handles that pop open, slam like, and I was living in that part of town. So ever I drove that car around, everybody was like waving their arms to me because it's just a sick fucking truck, bro. And like how in trust issues, like everything's a part of life. So there's so much of trust issues that happen. This guy goes to buy the truck. These kids are like, when I went to get that truck, this guy's little son was like, you ain't taking the truck. I mean, the kid was 9 telling me that. And the dad would pull him back. And the kid was like, I got in the truck. He goes, "You drive away in that truck, you're gonna have a problem." I looked at that kid and go, "You're gonna go far, bro." I dig your attitude, you know.
So you were doing camera work and
for a guy named Zalman King at that point. And yes, he would put, you know what? I would write funny skits. And we would all go out there and film my funny skit. And Zalman King is Zalman King. He's passed now, rest in peace. He's awesome. I love the guy. He did the Red Shoe Diaries. He did like a lot of women love his work. He does that sort. It is absolutely not porn. It's like just sexy women for women work.
Is it movies?
Yeah, movies. He's famous. He did In God's Hands, a surfing movie.
Okay.
And they did movies his whole life, this guy. And
so you were working with him?
And we would shoot mine, and then like all of a sudden these girls would show up, and he would reshoot the whole thing, and I'd be slamming shit, and he'd be laughing, going, DL's pissed. I'm like, yeah, I'm pissed because you took something funny and you tried to make it sexy, and you should have left it funny. And it's just how I was, you know. I was just like, I think it took me a long time to not just speak my mind right this second, right now. And I still kind of do, but you have to learn when it might be unbeneficial for you.
Bite your tongue.
Or abrasive, or you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Hey man, this one for me, like, you know, I got to hear, and that's when I realized, so I went to write a book. I went to Bali with my girl, and I had my outline, and I got to hear when I realized I need that much more to finish the book. I got to 80,000 words, which I feel is like 86,000, and I realized you need like another 80 to get the end of your story.
Yeah.
But I got right here, I went back to the beginning and made sure each chapter was its own little vignette with a beginning, middle, and end closes. That way,
yeah, there's a lot of quick chapters.
Yeah, the reader could read a chapter and get a complete experience.
Okay.
You know, you want them to feel fulfilled when they're done reading the thing. Then, so 10 years later, so I wrote this movie was in my mind for 20 years. I sat and wrote it. I want to write another book. I go, well, before you write a book, write this one movie that's in your mind. I did. So then like I said, I have 10 screenplays. I just took my favorite one. Everything's a love story. Scarface is a love story.
So is this one fictional?
Fictional.
Okay.
So it's about a biker with his chick. She cocktail waitress in a strip bar. She wants to dance. He won't let her. And he breaks up the whole bar, gets arrested, and goes to jail. She gets out, runs away with 2 twin strippers from Armagosa, Nevada to Los Angeles. He gets out and trades his bike for a haunted 51 Chevy Coupe and goes after her. He has his own visions. This guy, his visions are pimps. And she's with 2 twin strippers. And this other dude, it's a journey. It's a road trip. And it's a love story. Like The Godfather's a love story. Scarface is a love story. I don't care how many people I kill. Like, love or money. That's the only thing really to write about because it's what everybody can relate to. There's a list: love, money, spy thriller, comedy. This one, horror. It's like there's a list, but love or money is love is what you write about. You know,
are you going to write any more books?
I'm writing every day. I'm writing like I'm shopping that third. I wrote something monumental in my life, and now we're shopping it around. Like, you got to have management. You got to. Very difficult to get, even more harder to get.
How would one go about getting management?
Shout out, Amy. We did the literary agent, and you need somebody.
How do you get one? You gotta
write.
Gotta make.
You know what? The writers' union's different than the actors' union. Like, you say, I think so many words, 3 sentences. You're in the Screen Actors Guild now. You pay dues, and But to get in the writers' union, I had to I wrote a show, and you got this far. I co-wrote the show, only show to ever win an award on the Sons of Anarchy. And thank you, Kurt, for the break. And Chris Collins wrote it and me. And then I did another thing. I'm trying to remember what it was. You sold it, but then, okay, you now have enough points to be in the Writers Union. The most powerful union, I believe, is the Directors Guild, then the Producers Guild, and then the Screen Actor.
What's that get you when you're in the union? Like, they were striking recently, right? The writers.
And wiped it. I don't understand everything about it. I could say that easily, but put it this way: if you win, I'm shopping around to make another movie. I'm going to need screen actor. I'm going to need SAG actors. If I don't have SAG actors, I might as well just put all my friends in and make a home movie. Mm-hmm. So That's one thing.
You kind of get a little more,
and you like if you also,
access.
I mean, it's a catch-22, meaning like I'm in the union. My healthcare is from the union, which I don't have right now because I ain't worked in a minute. And you have to make a certain amount of money to get the healthcare, which kind of sucks because there's people been paying those dues for 30 plus years. And then now everything slowed down between the COVID and then the strike or however that went. That was like people that had deals lost them and like had deals set to do shows. No, that gave the networks all chance to break out. The companies, the producer companies, the networks seem to be, they would rather do Marvel or DC or remake a movie that don't need to be made again, like that Christian Bale one. It was great. There's plenty of those. Then take a chance on an original.
Yeah.
You know, and if your original thing, which is like I write original screenplays, I usually, most everything is like that. The one we're shopping now is the first in a trilogy. And they want to see 3 films that you thought it out. Like when I go in to pitch a show, I thought it out for 6 seasons. They could see this guy has thought out his show to last frame of show 6 years later, how it's going to pull back. That means that's...
Have you seen that Seth Rogen new comedy where he's director?
Nothing.
Okay.
I literally, I mean, it's sad to say,
it's kind of like that where they're pitching movies. And I'm wondering if it's like that in real life.
What's that? I don't
just
know.
Like the directors, and they're like, it's like they had a Kool-Aid sponsor, so they had to incorporate Kool-Aid into the movie. And
the money calls the shots.
Yeah.
So if the guy rolls up and says, hey, I'm gonna give you the money, but I own this thing and I want that in a product placement, and you're gonna put my nephew in it, and you're gonna put my lady, no, she can't act, but if you don't put her in, you ain't get no money. So there you have it.
You got to mention Taco Bell 10 times.
Exactly. Maybe not 10 times. It's like also like for me, that's what I said. The money calls the shots. So after I write something, I move right on to the next thing. And you want to work with people that believe in your project.
Yes.
You don't want to work with somebody who's going to roll right up and his whole motive is to change your project. Go write your own project. This one project is the project I wrote, and that's the one we're going to do. And if you want to change it so desperately, go write your own, bro. This ain't for you. It takes a city. It takes a bunch of creatives. It takes a bunch of technical people in the office too. That's SAG. Like on my film, you would walk in. SAG is like, and gourmet food. You better give them gourmet food. I've been on sets. I did a movie where they're like, I walked in, they had like cheese and crackers and salami sticks. I'm like, that's the food? This is the lunch break? I'm going to the sushi bar. I'll be back in an hour. I walk bought my own lunch.
Yeah.
You got to give the people great food.
They got to be in a good mood.
And I get a funny story about that. Like,
let's hear it from the set.
On street level. So it was like, I think it was a 9-day shoot, and 4 of the days, and I'm directing. So, and I'm this junkie. Like we saw that picture last night. I was like, wow, look at me. I was like, wow. I had lost a lot of weight in the last days of Sons of Anarchy because I wanted to look different, as much different as I could. For instance, on the first day,
just pretending
my hair
to be?
was colored. I'm like, wow, that don't look good. And I wore the hat. The AD was like, you're not wearing that hat, buddy. Here's my brother, David Tickerton. You the man. Shout out. And Greg Baldy. And Jimmy, you're the man. He's like, you can't wear that hat, the whole thing. He's like, just embrace it and shave all of that hair off. So I shaved it all off. So I'm, as a junkie, they'll be like on my door. Hey, you ready? And the last thing I do, I look right at because I've been this person. The movie's about my life. And I'd look at the mirror and go, I never met a junkie like me. And I walked out of the booth and I was now Rico. So I would direct the whole day as Rico.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And you got to be
really?
sort of nice to people. So I was at lunch and I'm sitting with the costume designer, and I never, there's a lot of homeless people. He's a real big dude, and he had a red. I didn't let people. You couldn't wear red or blue.
Because that would trigger.
No, I didn't want the people that, like, you couldn't wear those because those are known colors. So I says, and I look like a junkie. I look like an extra, and I says, and I'm real skinny, and the guy's real huge, and I go to the lady, hey man, he can't wear that red bandana. Let's give him purple. And the guy looks at me and goes, yo man, I'm gonna wear anything I want to wear. Junkie mother telling me what to do. And the costume lady's like this, and I'm like, just relax, just relax. So I eat my lunch and I walk over to Kershaw Scott. Big shout out. He's in my film. This guy is, his brother is monster. This guy's a savage of a man. He did his own HBO special, which is about him being an ex-gang member. Just the realest human I ever met. And I walk over and go, hey man, do me a favor. Fire that dude right there. Pay him for the day just to tell him we overbooked. So I go up to my thing. I'm about to do a scene where I have to cry, and I'm off to the side, and I'm just in my little thing. And I turn, there's Kershaw, and he's like this. I'm like, what happened? He goes, the guy's waiting downstairs to apologize to you. Bro, come on. I go, what happened? He goes, I walked up to him. I go, yo, dog, where you from? The guy's like, what? You a Hoover? I mean, Kershaw Scott is for real, bro. I don't give a damn how big that one dude is. He got that look, dog. He's like, what, you Hoover? Yeah, I'm a Hoover. He goes, yeah, well, check it out, Mr. Hoover. That dude you just said, he the director, and you got fired. And the guy freaked, he said. He goes, what, the skinny junkie? He goes, that skinny junkie, this is his joint right here, okay? And you got fired. And the guy was like, man, I'm trying to turn my life around, bro. My manager's gonna kill me. Like I could apologize. So he's gonna wait down there all day, DL, to apologize to you. I'm like, wow. All right, man. Give me 2 minutes. And I ran downstairs out to the dude. He's waiting there. He's like, I'm sorry. Good. Apology accepted. Let's go. Come on, I'm gonna give you a line. And he was like, whoa. And then we ran up there, and I just, he ended up just being a presence known in that one scene. It comes down, and the girl smokes crack, and it goes to that dude.
But he didn't have a line prior to...
He had no line. He was like, I said, I'm going to make your presence known in the room. And Kershaw later was like, what a cool thing you did for that dude. You know, I mean, it just goes to show you never know who you're talking to, so you damn well better treat everybody great on that set. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good life lesson.
You know what? We had... when we first started doing it, it's a movie about heroin and junkies, and I was like, there's this thing called an insert.
Does it have a happy ending?
And they're gonna go, no. Like an insert when they'll just show that or something. You know what I'm saying? And they're like,
what, of the
like
injecting?
Just an insert. They won't show the whole thing anymore. They're gonna just show. And I was like, I'll do the whole thing. And the one dude, we were first getting into this one dude.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to like an insert like this. It's only that and that. Like first it was like this, and then do a close up of that. And when I say an insert, it would be a fake arm or a different arm, and they're gonna because like you probably don't know. You put that thing in, you pull it back, and blood will go in the syringe. I want to catch all of these. Are you following me now?
Yeah, it's graphic like that.
Cool little story. So there was a couple, and they were the props couple. So we're having a little meeting, and the first thing, the guy looked at me, he's like, if you do that, we're leaving the set. Because I was like, I'll just do it with water. We'll catch it really great. We'll see the blood. Because it ain't dope, and I don't give a shit. And he's like, if you do it, I'm leaving the set. And I looked at the dude. In my mind, you just left the set. But I kept them on. We had one fake needle that, now just take it in. These are props. There's a prop master. There's the armor for guns. There's the transportation. There's a clothing. That script is the blueprint of how you and your friends are going to make a movie. It's not just for the actors. It's for everyone to do their job. And so we had one prop, a fake needle that you push it in, the needle retracts.
Okay.
Are you following me?
Yeah. Was there blood with it?
So it's a high-powered thing. And I had heavy-duty people help me, like Paris Barclay. Shout out to Paris. Give me a lot of tips. And he would just be like, if you miss one day, if you miss one scene, pack it up. You're not doing the movie. The movie's over. You're not catching up. Like on the set of the Sons of Anarchy, we would do 65 setups a day. And people would day play from HBO and go, I'm never coming back here again. You guys are a monster. You work like crazy. Because HBO's hella relaxed. We were like that. So I'm used to that.
Okay.
And I'm doing that on the set. And this guy's girl one day, all right, come on, let's go, everybody. And she's just like, stop yelling at me. Stop. Got a meltdown in front of her in the set. And I'm just like, whoa, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm yelling at everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone's cool, and we're all moving like a well-oiled machine. We got back to the set, And I said, hey, listen, we don't need those people here no more. She has such an incredibly terrible vibration, and I want a really good vibration on the set, so let them go. So we let them go.
Did you fire them?
No, I don't fire no one.
Who did the firing?
Not the first AD, but this other guy, I forget his name at this moment. Shout out to Nick Erickson for running everything for me. Like, that's what I'm saying. SAG was like, you walk in over here, but there's a whole table of all these kids doing all the SAG permits for everything. Every actor that comes in, that makes it not a home movie. You got to pay SAG dues. You got to have SAG insurance. You got to have all this stuff of the Screen Actor Guild to make a movie that could possibly 84 minutes is a short film. This one, 85 minutes or more, a feature-length film. There's all these things.
So you're paying SAG fees when you're making a film?
Every day. Like, I did a SAG film, and I got a R rating from this. I'll tell you that in a minute.
Okay.
So fired her. So longer story shorter. There's a scene at the very end. I waited till the last day to do the final scene. The girl never did a drink in her life or a drug in her life. And it's about shooting up. And this girl would come by the house, and Greg Baldy was there and Jimmy, and I'd be like, do it again. Pull that thing with your teeth. Like, I have to show her how to do this over and over and over till she could, like, she's being Australian. How I found that
She was
girl,
the actress doing it?
She was the actress. Like, she was one of the only people that didn't know. I was looking for this lead girl, and this girl had played. Her name is Ilia Saldana. Shout out. She's amazing. She played a little junkie girl. I'm like, find that girl's manager, find that girl, and let's hire her. The manager's like, you hired her. That girl goes to church. She's never done a drink or a drug in her life. I'm like, well, this is a movie about dope, and she needs to learn how to do this well. So she did. So I'm standing there, and also in the scene, it's a heartbreaking scene. And I'm sitting, and Greg's looking at me, and I could see his trouble. I'm like, what? And he goes, those kids you fired took the only fake needle. What? They took the only one, bro. And I walked right back in, and everyone's waiting in first position. So that girl's on the floor. She's coming up from being OD'd. And, oh, no, we're about to shoot up. So everybody's sitting on the table. James Takata was the Steadicam. And David Tiggins, the first AD. And so it's like, I've been making a movie for 7 years. So they took all their props back. One of their props was this thing. It was actually mine, but they took it. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking to the whole thing. I look at the Steadicam dude and the other dude, and I go, check it out. Filmmaker. This is how we're doing this. You're going to come just like this and cheat that shot. And later on, we're going to paint in the blood, and there's no needle there. The guy will paint in a needle. It's just a syringe now. There is no retractable needle. Oh. He'll paint that in, and he'll paint the blood in there. And David Ticket's like, hey, we are rolling. Wow. David Ticketen is amazing. Did 0 Dark 30. He's like, they got rid of 2 dudes on the Sons of Anarchy to hire this dude because we had first AD that were involved. And then this guy's now doing episode odds and even episodes, and we joke a lot on the set, and we're joking all the time. And one time Charlie's like, David's just like, let's go. Charlie's like, he's not here to joke with us, bro. Fox sent him here because he's a finisher. He gets the job done. He keeps the ship moving and rolling, and that's what he does.
Want to smoke what I'm smoking on? Well, we're going to be sampling WNC CBD's top shelf THCA flower live here on the podcast. Real results, real reviews, real stoned. New flavors hit every week, and the flower is straight up premium. I'm telling you. No dispensary markups, no dry herb, no nonsense. Go to WNCCBD.com and use code STACHE25 for 25% off your order. Look at those nugs.
We all did become the best of friends with this guy also, because we were already best of friends.
So you had some of the set from Sons of Anarchy on street level too?
The entire crew that helped me on street level was the Sons of Anarchy crew.
Oh,
we all shot that.
Cool.
3 days
so you guys had a relationship.
Yeah. Bro, like we've been working all this time. Imagine.
That's awesome.
everybody did it for the cheapest our union is allowed to give, and every crew member did it for probably $600 or $700 less than they would normally get, or $1,000 even. Everybody helped me out. Thank you. We're about to hopefully make a new one, and I believe we are, and I'll be calling you.
That's awesome.
You know what? Yeah, some magnificent people can do everything alone and get where they're going and make good grips of everything that they could ever want alone. And then there's just, like they say, with a little help from my friends. I'm fucked up for my friends, bro. And that's why I say, like, don't ask for backstage passes. Be the first to spread their ideas, promote their product. And I love seeing my homies do great. And I hate seeing my homies fuck up. And like, it took me a long time to say, okay, I've learned everything this stupid drug can teach me. No reason to recap that. I've seen the reruns twice. Shit, 10 times. So
what are you talking about?
Like fucking up, doing dope. If I see my friends fucking up, doing dope.
Yeah.
Or doing dope is was it dope? It's all wasting time.
Was it triggering at all for you?
Television, not at all. Like, put it this way, yeah, there were years I couldn't even talk about that shit. Now I laugh and joke about it, and like.
But acting acting when you were acting, it didn't trigger you in any way.
Put it this way, I don't know. You evolve. This guy dies, a new one's born. This guy dies, a new one's born. All in the same body.
I like that.
And this new guy is born. He looks at that thing like, you were a fucking human pincushion. Why were you doing that? What were you thinking? Oh, you weren't thinking. Got it. And it's just like,
it's crazy how your perspective
and also, I guess it
shifts.
hurts to see your friends going through things that you went through, that you learned, and you're just hoping they learn it. You got to recognize the time wasters. How you and me talked earlier this morning. The guy walks up and goes, "Hey, how you doing? I'm here to waste, like, what can I get? 6 hours of your life, 6 weeks? Hey, maybe I could take 6 months of your life." And they're here to, and they do it with a smile, and they're here to waste your life or to drain your energy. Or there's other people that came to enhance your life, enhance your journey, not take from it and enjoy it with you.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Or give you the freedom to do it on your own and bless you and help you with some steps along the way because they've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people are energy vacuums and some people are batteries. Charge you up.
The highest thing we could give is information, and not to the cops. And I'm saying just to give intellectual property or music or art. That is the highest thing that we could give.
You don't give the fish, you teach them how to fish.
And to give them kindness. Are you kind? Like the dad says, all I really want to know is, are you kind? They used to call it kind bud. Remember that? But back in the day.
Yeah, kind bud, for
what
sure.
You got? I got kind bud, bro. I got the kind brother. You know?
Yeah.
You know what? It takes a while. And you never, some people get the clue early. You've seen them, those kids who get the clue early. I wasn't one of those kids, you know?
Yeah.
I meet those kids and they're like, they have their heads on straight. I didn't even start making mistakes till I was like 26. Didn't even really start. I made little kid mistakes, but I mean, you know, land you in the slammer mistakes, real mistakes. I didn't make those till later. And then I made them for a couple years and I realized you need to, you know what, when I was all fucked up, I got clean everything myself without a meeting, without a friend, living like I wanted my life back.
Wow.
I wanted Harleys. I wanted to do things. I wanted to go places. So I moved as far as I could go to Seattle. It's not a geographical problem. And anytime I thought about dope, I ran upstairs, had a little one hitter. It was aluminum, probably why I forget shit. And okay, I'm good. I remember this guy came to the restaurant. He was pinned back. And I said to him, don't ever come in here again pinned back. I don't want to look at you. That means your pupils are pinned. I could see you on dope. Me and that dude got in a fight with French knives. You know what that is? A French knife in the back.
Oh, wow.
French knife. The guy was The owner of the restaurant bailed me out of jail twice. I'd like him or me, but somebody's leaving. He's like, you're bleeding. You should see the other guy. Get rid of him or I'm out of here.
Was he a chef? Was he working?
Just another guy working. We were prep cooks. I just couldn't look at him no more. Oh, you know what? That's right. I went to the bathroom. He had shot up. He left his cigarette filter on the thing. And I walked out and I said, you just shut up. And he was all pinned back. That's it. Fucking.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy shit. That was Casa You Betcha in Seattle. Bro, I used to live up there. And I lived homeless. I got a job at Starving Students movie company. And the movie company like rapes the customer. They're like,
what?
Meaning like they're going to charge you this much money at $100 an hour. It's a lot of money. And I would walk right up and go, look, they charge you 9 hours. We're going to do this in 7 and charge you 8. You're going to save 100, but you're going to give us, so they would save 100 and me and the guy would split it. Yeah. So it took the movie company like a week and a half to figure out I was doing that and they fired me.
Oh yeah.
So I was in Seattle. It was cold as fuck. I fucking got a job on one of those Alaskan going to the Bering Sea, and I was on Hotel Street staying in a hotel with like the little bit of my money, trying not to do dope. And this guy came in who just came off one of those, telling me all the horror stories. Before that TV show, I had never seen a TV show, Bering Strait, like tuna, whatever. And so I didn't even know and he's telling me the horror stories. And this was this ship's maiden voyage. And he's telling me, wow, you never want to go on a maiden voyage of a ship, bro. So I backed out. After doing 3 interviews, they hired me in Seattle. So I started
for like a deep sea fishing.
Okay, yeah. So he's telling me how people died on the last one, and I'm from Miami, and I'm like, I'm not going to do well out there.
Yeah.
So I'm walking the street, and I grew up, working in restaurants, and I filled out the thing really great. And I wanted to work indoors where I could eat food, and because I had to quickly, this guy would open the gate and let me climb into that Starving Students truck and sleep there at night. And I would get out before he'd come get the truck and get out of here after I got fired. I mean, then I got the thing in Hotel Street, and Jeff Steichen, thank you for bailing me out of jail. He owned it. He came running down. He's like, fuck, bro, I'll give you a job. So I went from the dish pit to the line cook in like 3 days. And I worked, I had those pants, and you get off at like 1 a.m. I don't know if you've been to Seattle. It's like Frisco in the 50s.
I've been to Seattle, yeah.
And there's Pike Place down there. We were
Pike's Place,
up there at the top, and it's like it's 1 a.m. Ain't nobody on the street. I got this skateboard. I still have it. It's like this big. We would trip on acid. 10 kids, white zombie, and just riding around Seattle all night. Because in Frisco the hills are like this, in Seattle the hills are kind of like this.
Yeah.
You could Vail great.
Wow.
And I'm at the top of the hill, and I look over, and there's a cop at the light, and they're just both looking at me. I'm like, whoa, and they're just looking at me. I'm like, can I do it? And the cop usually goes, can you do it? And I mean, it's like, I'm like, yes, I can. And the light turned green, and I let that board go, and it's like sidewalk, lane, this way, lane, that way, sidewalk. Within a minute, you're doing like 20 miles an hour, like,
yeah.
I got all the way down to Pike Place, and I look
exactly.
up, and those cops are still sitting at the light watching me, had gone all the way down.
Nice, this is badass. So, how did you land yourself a role on on Sons of Anarchy?
I got hired to be the technical advisor, and when Kurt came up there, like the last day he came over to my house, and he had his little notes, and we're all done, and so this guy John Linson pitched the show, and Kurt Sutter created the show, meaning this guy had an idea, but this guy created Charming and the Sons of Anarchy, that title, all this stuff he created, all those characters, their names, everything, backstories. So he's up there and he goes, all right, I think I'm done. And I go, here, I want you to see this. And I put on a video that me and my friend made of me in the alley, like, what do you call it? A reel.
Okay.
And then I brought 3 magazines where I'm published in. And he goes, where do you see yourself on this project? I said, I'd like to read for the thing. He goes, where do you see yourself on the project? I'm like, well, I'm the technical advisor. Means you're stuck with me. And I just would like to be on the project. And he goes, do you act? I go, every day's an act, bro. Okay, I want to be on the project. He goes, I'm going to give you a shot. And so I read for Tig. Okay. And the casting lady is Wendy O'Brien, and she is so cool. It's amazing. So I'm sitting outside the office, and there's people that are before me, and they're reading for the same role.
Oh,
this is all like.
Are you talking with them?
No.
Okay.
And
is it like awkward?
And I would start doing auditions after I got on the show, and you walk in. Like right now, the playing field is level, meaning you want to be in a movie, you're going to compete against this guy who won 2 Emmys.
Yeah.
You know, I did a couple auditions. They're like, you were great, but we're going to give it to this guy who's got more chops than you, more credits than you.
They do that, yeah.
Okay, so I would walk into these things going, oh my God, you, and man, I've seen you in this. And everyone's reading their paper and like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, shit. Because I was just like, holy fuck. Wow. So
no way.
Wendy was like, she's bringing each people in that, and she passed me, she's like, did you, because I hear them saying, can you do that a little more gruffer? Can you calm down? I'm hearing this. And she's just like, did you hear what they said?
Oh, nice.
So she's walking by, now it's my turn. And I read for Tig, and the other guy wrote me that night and goes, they didn't give it to you. They're going to give it to this actor named Kim Coates, who I was already a fan. And I'm like, the guy from Waterworld? And he's like, yeah. And the guy, John Linson, says to me, listen, write this guy a letter and tell him you will help the show visually because of how you look and realistically because of who you are, and that he should put you on the show. So this I did, and he wrote me right back and goes, you know what, you're right. I'm going to create a character for you. And if the writer's strike was on the first one.
Oh.
And he goes, if the writer's strike is on, I'll make you a presence note in the room. If it's not on, I will throw you a line. And so Ron Perlman was not Clay. We had Scott Glenn at first.
Oh, really?
And not Scott Glenn. We had, was it Scott Glenn? Scott Glenn's from The Silence of the Lambs, right?
I'm not sure. But so Ron Perlman wasn't supposed to be that character at the beginning?
At first.
Interesting.
He was not. We had Scott Glenn at first, and he is a real man. And I'm not even saying that like this guy's a cowboy, like a man. So here's a scene. Big first pilot. And the writer's strike had just ended. So I knew I was going to get a line. And we're all at the meeting room table, and they've all got these fake guns, but like they're real guns. They shoot blanks, but this is before you could even have real guns, and the firing pins are out or whatever. And everyone's got a gun. And the lady they would ask me questions all the time, like in front of everyone. Is this how the thing would be set up? And I'm like, I would imagine you don't bring guns in the room. It could get a little hot and heavy, and we all actually have our guns. They're not pointing. They're pointing at him and pointing at him and pointing on the table.
Yeah.
And Scott Glenn goes, this is my own personal J-frame. I never leave home without it. A real gun that he had in his back.
Wow.
And I just looked at the crew who was like, these are filmmakers.
Yeah.
That was a heavy moment.
He's got
a real one. Like he carries like a many men do. They carry a gun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm a fan. That guy's an incredible actor. But honestly, it's like this. Many shows will shoot a pilot, and then the showrunner will come along and fire it, like what happened to my show. We shot a pilot. I had one line. I walked out, and I have a line with the star, and I says, the AKs and the shotguns are right there, but I couldn't get the 45s. He goes, thanks, Happy, you're one of my best. And that was it. Then Kurt fired that entire crew. So I had worked with the art department, every department. They would come to Oakland. He hired all his own people now from the Shield. Like 12 people from Deadwood made it to the Sons of Anarchy. He hired and a bunch of people from the Shield made it to the Sons of Anarchy. But,
were they better people for the job?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's how it usually works. Mm-hmm. Like, if they fit that role. You know what I mean? Like, look, Walton Goggins played Venus, he killed it. And Mike Chiklis played that driver, short role, killed it. And that other lady who played the cop, she was from Deadwood, killed it. At any rate, so now we did, all right, so everyone got fired here. I just think we're shooting a new pilot now. And me and Charlie are becoming really good friends, and Boone, really good friends. And I was buck-ass wild, I'm not going to lie. And I was down in Southern California back then. I used to roll around strapped. I didn't know what to expect. And Ryan told me later on, and he's like, yeah, we all met you, and we were all actors, and you were not. And you were pretty fucking crazy. But we all decided that you were going to help us make the show great, authentically. So we all decided to help you be an actor better. Which I got to say, like how like Charlie's like, not everybody could be natural like you. If your mom took out the camera and you were a ham, you could do this. If you hid behind your dad, you can't do this. And you know, just but
Wow. That's pretty cool.
The other guy would help me. He's like, we have to make you, if this is going to change your life in any way, you have to be one of the guys in the room. You know, so my character started as a nomad, and then he went to Tacoma, closer to them, and then he moved to Charming. So now I was one of the room, you know.
I wrote you in.
But, you know, it was one of the best experiences of my entire lifetime, those 7 years. It was vital and fun, and I was already living all my dreams up north. And then I came down there and just to live this whole other thing that I actually didn't see coming. I wasn't trying to be no damn actor or on TV. And I look back at it now, realizing that I didn't realize how special it was, how all those other people knew right away, like, wow, we landed on a show that's airing on a network. You remember the show?
Yeah, that's
the
huge.
Irish dude at the end of, he's on everything. He's in Argo, Jamie something. He got killed. So people get killed. The day they got killed, there was like, oh, this rap. And I was walking on the lot, and he walks up to me on his last day. This guy I never had scenes with. He don't really know me. He walks up to me and says, you know what? I waited 20 years to walk on a television show the way you did. It's cool to see that you actually appreciate it. And he walked away from me.
Wow.
You know, just like some people might not appreciate it. Tool. Tool rocks. But
that's really cool.
And look at Glass. Every episode I would bring Katie Seagal a perfume bottle. Every episode. I think out of 90 episodes or 97, I was in 77 of them. And I just thought, okay, bring every episode comes, you get the script, you're like, oh, I lived. Wow, thank you, God, I lived. And one day Charlie looks at me, he saw me do it, he goes, I'll never let him kill you, bro. We have too much fun together. Never.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Did everybody know you blew glass on the side? Everyone knew?
And that magazine I wrote for would come out all the time, and I would get a box every time. So I would bring 5 or 6 to the set. They'd be in Video Village. They'd be like, this guy writes for a Hot Rod mag and gets published every month in a other thing. No one knew I was Fat Bob. You know what I'm saying? I already told that story yesterday about writing with Fat Bob.
I think so.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you're making all the cast little glass things too.
No, yeah, I made guys pipes, and I made, like I said,
awesome.
keep the showrunner's wife happy. They'll probably keep you on the show.
Yeah.
I would think all of these things had to stay on the show. You know what I mean?
Wow, what an experience.
What an experience. What a thing, like, wow, all of a sudden you have decent paychecks. I mean, put it this way, I didn't get paid till the last year because like Tommy and Charlie and Boom walked in there and said, you got to pay the guy right. You got to make him a series regular. If you notice, I'm not a series regular. I'm top of show starring David in the letters. But in the last one, I'm one of the people where it's like you come in to film a thing, it shows Happy's chest and he pulls the gun out and says, David Labrava. Like that, I'm a series regular now.
Yeah.
That's huge. Mm-hmm. That's Hollywood's all the rules have changed. But it used to be like whatever you made on that show, you get on this show, they can't pay you less than what you made before. It will always
Sets
go precedent.
up.
Yeah, it will always go up. You did a great job on this.
Yeah,
this guy is a magician, unbelievable. It's a collab. So I made this section with various millies from everybody. But this guy took that section and I learned so much watching him do this. I got one in the kiln right now. I got a little crack, but
yeah, no.
Thank you again, bro. You are... Not everybody's a teacher.
I enjoy it.
Sometimes you go to class and they're like do a bunch of tricks, you don't learn shit.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that. I've only been to one. But like a good guy, like I had a great teacher to start with, Eric. He narrated everything. He just never stops narrating why he's doing stuff, and that's the job. Get the information across. We got a little zebra collab.
Mm-hmm. Smiley face.
Bam.
I like that yellow off the black and white.
Yeah,
too.
it's dope. Yeah, happy collab. Two
That's
eyes to look
dope.
through, one to see with.
Hell yeah. So what do you think, you're going to do any more acting roles?
I still audition, and we're chasing the funds right now for, I find that I always write surrounding my environment. So we're chasing the funds. So I have attachments front and back. I have a deck, script, budget, schedule, day-to-days. When I say attachments, actors attached that have read it, crew attached that have read it behind, and now you chase the funds and an investor. It's an investment thing, and like, can
you talk about that?
Yeah, bro, we're talking about that. Like, I
like what the project is.
I wrote a film about the future in a dystopian society where glass is king, and so I'm trying to tell it and not give it away. It's how I said, like, so I landed.
So the value of the dollar doesn't matter anymore.
No, there ain't no money. That's a line. There used to be a thing called money. But like when I went to Lancaster, I wrote this film called Gags, and my buddy's like, your pain is palpable. I had just lost everything. Then I went over here, and I always write. I got to Eugene. I sat down and worked on my house and built a glass studio and wrote a film called Drifter, which I've changed the title now, but it's about 40 years, 2025. Well, 40 years from now in a possible future. So I don't know if there's a movie out right now where it's about, looks like it could be 7 years from our possible future. I wrote one 40 years from our possible future.
Damn.
And
can you imagine what it's going to be like 40 years?
Yeah, I did. And it's a brutal, but it's just about it.
Did people have no, I guess there's no cell phone. Oh, but it's a bad future, right? Because it's like,
no,
kind of apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. It's like who's left and what do they do now, and how are they about to carry on, and how they're carrying on with like how something so powerful as music has now become such a thing. They ain't got no TV no more.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing no more.
No memory cards with the music on them.
And it's like then the barter system is in full effect, and there's a form of glass that's the currency, and there's a guy that makes it, and that's what the movie's sort of about.
Yeah. That'd be hard to forge money, counterfeits.
Yeah, but it don't look like money or nothing. No, you know what? It's like, I don't know. It's like I said, are you going to spend your whole life working for some other fool, and then coming home to turn on the TV and chew up those times till you pass out? I'm the guy who's trying to stay awake. If I'm awake, you see it, like I get up. From the minute I'm up, it's like my day is filled with working, writing, and exercise. And I mean, I eat very little and one meal a day, but I'm trying to live the life. I'm not letting the life live me. I'm living the
You're
life.
in control.
I'm in control of my life, and I'm very aware of the time wasters. So they're not only in human form, they can be yourself, wasting your time, which is the most precious commodity we have in the world, our time.
I agree.
So I don't find it difficult. I find it impossible to sit in front of the television. Now that's not to say, once in a while I will take out a film from a director that I greatly respect and watch it. And I'm pretty famous for watching films over and over and over and over again to see it. I'm like the dude, I watch the film, I know everybody's line. I read the script, I know everybody's line. It's like I just have that brain. I hear the song, I know every lyric.
Dude, I've seen Wayne's World like 55 times.
Yeah, I've seen Fury like 40 times. I've seen Scarface. I built this bike in my living room. I watched that thing like 64 days in a row. My friends would come over. Scarface again? What, you got a problem with this? You got a problem? You got a problem with this? It's the only film I got. You got a problem? Like I would just watch it over and over and over again while I built the bike in my living room.
Just on the background, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the background, but it's familiar. And I recently read that all these different things, your brain's moving so fast and you're intelligent, the writing is sloppy. I try to keep my writing great, but I have to consciously try to keep my writing great, as opposed to just writing. And to watch a film over and over, it's familiar over and over. And I just read this article about intelligent people will watch the same film over and over because for me, every time you know what? I would go visit Charlie. He's like him and Boone, my film gurus, and we go visit Charlie. We'd be sitting there for hours, and then he'd be like, "Are you ready to watch a film?" And he'd put a film on, and we would watch it in straight silence.
Really?
And then we would talk about the film.
Critique it
afterwards.
Wow.
And then after a while, he looked at me and goes, "You will never be able to watch a movie again how you used to watch it." He's right. Now when I watch a film, all I see is where the camera sits. I see the script as it's written. I see the action being described in my mind. I usually always put the words up because I like to see how that writer wrote that.
Yeah. I do too.
It's I don't want to miss, like put it this way, I don't got to rewind it. What they say right there.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it. I love film. I love the medium. It encompasses every art. It truly does. It's got music, it's got art, it's got dialogue, it's got creativity in the script, it's just got everything. It encompasses every art. I'm super impressed with people doing it all the time. Kim Coates, filmed Project Film. I'm super impressed with Theo. One movie after the next, just moving up the ladder.
Are these directors?
No, these are guys I was on the show with. Kim.
Oh, okay.
Coates was Tig and Theo was Juice, and Kim was already an actor, bro. He was an established actor, and Theo, these are all people that are actors. I wasn't trying to be an actor. It's funny, to me, I'm a glass artist because I left there as a glass artist, and all this stuff happened. I didn't know what would happen in Holland or California. I was going to try. I didn't know I would get on TV. I wasn't trying, but I was a glass artist, and I dig it. You know what I mean? And it's just I don't have
that was the constant throughout everything.
From everything I ever did, I always had that set up, and I don't have a ton of wants. You know what I mean? I don't have a ton of wants. I like cooking and eating home every night. That's my number one choice. I got the cars that I wanted. I want one other car. And I got to I want to save as many dogs as I can. My little dog is blind and deaf, and she gets to live her life till the end of her life. I promised her and the people I got it from, and that's it. But then I'll rescue more dogs. I have another rescue right now, and they get along great. He's awesome. He watches out for her, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, how many dogs can I say?
That's a nice life.
That's a nice life.
Yeah.
And I'm super into that. It's horror what's happening in this world every single minute of every single day to humans and animals. It's horror, bro. It's I don't watch a lot of stuff, and I don't really watch anything. I just kind of stay in my bubble, in my shell.
It's probably the best thing to do for mental health, unless you want to, watch the news every day and see
if you want to think the world's terrible,
doom and
watch the
gloom
news every day. If you want to think the world's beautiful, spend some time in nature every day.
That's right.
And you will.
That's simple enough.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
And that news thing, to me, they're all in on it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's always
fake.
Whenever they're, look at this, we did this. They're only saying, look here, because they're doing something over there. And they don't want you to watch over there. So they say, look over here at this guy, and but we're going to bomb all these people over here. But we want you looking over here. And the media's in on it too, and it's a
lot of people.
Blue.
Exactly.
Give me a break, bro.
They're
You're
both the
all in it
same.
together. And you know what? I just I'm anti all of it, and I'm over in my studio, and
me too. There's a lot, though. A lot of people are brainwashed by it out there.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. You know what? I'm sure they look at me the same way. It's amazing this guy lost his mind and he thinks that way. And it ain't a political thing for me. It's a moral thing. And I just want to have decent. Yeah, it's I'm writing about this book. This guy's got a strict my character. I live in a room, in a world with characters I've created every day. There ain't a bunch of people there. They're my characters. this guy's got a strict moral code. If you break his moral code, he's possibly going to break your back. Yeah, I just love writing. It's like if I've introduced a character that I'm never going to see again in the book, a bouncer in a bar, I probably, as soon as I introduced him, I went back to his parents, how they met, how he grew up, how he went to juvenile hall, how he shot somebody, got it when he was 15, got it at 18, turned his life around, became about you got to get beneath the surface.
Yeah.
That's how you got to make them invested and have a sympathetic character that they could feel for, good or bad. I don't know.
So even down to the people in the background, you come up with a backstory.
I do. I can't gloss over anyone. I can't. Unless he's even. I don't know. I don't usually gloss over anyone, even if I give a little bit or a lot. I don't just introduce somebody. There was this guy Stanley at the door. He was a big bad bouncer and da 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 da. No, bro. We're going to talk about Stanley to the fullest extent and why he ended up at that bouncer door. But
yeah,
it's like you with the glass. You're so creative. It's amazing, and I watch you put in every detail. It's like me with the writing. I put in every detail.
I guess with time, the more you do it, just the better you get at doing it too.
It's like, as they say, writing's like push-ups. The more you do it, the more you can do.
Yeah.
Glass is, you get better every day that you do it. The more time you put in, and like I said before, the kids who are great, they isolate, and
less distractions.
Yeah, they isolate. They're in their shop, man. Cowboy wakes up. He's in there early every day.
Is he? He's an early bird.
Yeah, he puts the time in.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. I go in there in the morning a little bit because I have certain things I need to do every day to justify my existence as a human being on this planet. I need to write 2,000 words. I need to spend 6 hours. I need to do all these things. I need to play with my dogs. I need to do all these things every single day.
Do you write in the morning?
Yep.
Okay.
And I also write when I feel it, but for sure I'm going to knock out those first hours, because if I let the day go by and sit down, I might not get there. So I definitely, and that's super important to me. If I don't book ain't going to write itself. Yeah. And beyond that, you can't edit a blank page the next day. You could edit a full page. And beyond that, write it all, edit later. I've trained myself to do these things. You write, let's sit back and say that. No, don't.
I like
that. Just write.
It's discipline, showing up every day.
You're going to go back. Yes,
yeah.
Just show up every day. It's discipline and consistency. Talent and this other thing are not enough. It's consistency is omnipotent, and persistency and determination are omnipotent. That they, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
And like, yeah.
Even when you don't feel like doing it, you just go in and you just do it.
My buddy said, "How you doing this or that?" And I said, "You know what? I still audition and I'm writing. Now I didn't. 10 years ago, I didn't figure I'd be like, wow, you're on your 4th book and you could easily see your next 3 after this. The manuscripts are written, but my buddy came over to my house and he was just like, you can never sell this place. It's the magic is amazing. The energy is great. Look at all that you've put out there."
You're talking about your house with Bob's, like in Eugene.
Where I am right now.
Yeah, that'll be, you can never sell it.
On that first day when I said, I'm going to write my legacy here, and Sarah goes, I believe that. I go, I'm not kidding. She's like, me neither. And at this point now, this book that we're shopping around, I hope I write something as great as what I've written. This one book that I want to get out there that, no, I'm not talking about right this second. Yeah, you got to be careful what you talk about. It attracts negative energy. And also there is that school of, I'm going to speak it into existence, maybe a little bit, to myself. I'm never alone. It's me and God. I'm never alone. And he's who I'm talking to all the time. And I talk to him because he's right there, listening all the time. And it's like, for me, I would be nowhere if I didn't have. That's also a line in my new thing. He's the guy. He says to the little girl, "Would you like to believe in something or nothing?" She thinks about it. I want to believe in something. He says, "Exactly. What do you want? Believe in nothing? What is that? To believe in nothing? You know what I mean? Better off to have an opinion on a matter. You know what I mean? That's where everybody's like, you have an opinion." Damn straight. Yeah, damn Skippy. But
it's good. It's good.
It's good. That's the thing. I want to know who I am.
You're very self-aware.
I want to know who I am. I want to be happy with that human being. I want to. A
lot of people don't want to know who they are. Like get to know themselves.
And my other buddy was like, "Wow, people keep their whole dirty little life a secret. You wrote the whole thing out." And I said, "Hey, just like I said in the book, I was never afraid to try anything. And if some other human being can learn from my mistakes, maybe find the strength to keep on keeping on." Or to find a better way than putting myself out there, writing all the dirt and the glory, the ups and downs, taking my 2 fingers and typing out my journey is worth it, even if it only helps just one person.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's great.
That was it.
No, I've been highlighting a lot of lines from this book too, just simple, boiled down, good advice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So if anybody, you can buy this from your website direct, right?
It's an Amazon bestseller.
It's on Amazon. So Becoming a Son.
1,200 5-star
It's a great
reviews.
book, man. I'm about a third of the way through. It's a good read.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, should we wrap this up and get back to work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Got some stuff in the kiln. And,
thank you for sharing all those stories with us today, man. Really appreciate it.
Bro, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah. Glad to have this week and bond with you. And friends for life, dog.
Friends for life now.
Hell yeah.
That's what Little Will, he'd be like, he had friends and family. Little was the coolest person I ever met. Coolest person Charlie ever met. He based his character on him. Little was like, yo, man, there's family and everybody else. So once he was your family, this is my brother Charlie. This is my brother DL. This is my cousin Sam. This is my Aunt Teresa. He never introduced you. It's my friend.
Yeah.
It wasn't that way for him. And I'm like, check that out. That's dope. That's cool.
Well, we're brothers, dude.
Yeah, we are.
For sure, man.
And check this out on Robertson Stache on YouTube. So you can see the whole little thing, which is like this crazy, cool conversation I have with my new brother right here. And
heck yeah.
Be good to each other out there, man. I got to take the time to always say, be good to each other, man. That's like, this is all we got.
Great
That's
advice.
all there is, and there ain't no more, so.
Yeah, it was great to hear your story. Lots of great advice. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Woo!
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Robertson Stache podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to support us, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we want to hear from you. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out. Hit the website, hit the link. We'll see you next time.